Welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. We're glad to be here.
Yes.
I'm very excited to be here.
I know you are.
We've been trying to get this wine show off the ground for quite some time, it seems. We're just coming off the holidays. We dropped the trailer.
Yes.
Did you get any good feedback about the trailer?
I did. I got some good comments.
Yeah, okay.
Good feedback on what we should be doing.
All right, good. Well, we're going to do whatever we want, so
Right.
it doesn't really
I did
matter
not
what
listen, but yes, I did get good feedback.
Excellent. The question I got the most was, when is the first episode coming out? I think we know the answer.
Right now.
Presently.
This is it.
This moment. This is what you're going to see right here.
Stop asking.
Yeah. People have a lot of questions about wine as well.
Right. My favorite question that you got was when you showed me a text that you received with somebody who was at a restaurant who had just texted you a copy of the menu, of the wine menu, and said,
Yes.
what should I get?
Yes.
So they were already, had bought into the fact that we were doing a wine show, and they're like, Mr. Wine Show, pick me a wine.
I love that.
That
And
was awesome.
You'd be surprised how often that happens, right? That's right. So suddenly, as soon as you have a wine show, now you're the expert. Well, nothing could be further from the truth.
We should not be doing this.
Obviously, this is a show about wine. So we're going to be drinking wine. We're drinking wine right now.
Yes, we were drinking wine before.
We'll be drinking it later. If we're drinking wine, shouldn't they be drinking wine as well?
Yes, absolutely.
I think so too. We're going to make that a show rule.
Yes. We
Okay.
will always drink wine. That will not be an issue. You also need to be drinking wine.
It's going to do two things. Number one, it'll bring us closer together because we'll all be enjoying what we're talking about. And number two, it's really going to improve the viewing experience.
Absolutely.
That's going to make us appear more charming than we are,
Better looking than we are.
better looking, yeah, and definitely more knowledgeable than we are.
Right.
You know, there are people that are experts in this stuff. We are not among them necessarily. Maybe we will be at the end of this.
Right.
We can educate ourselves, we can educate viewers and people that ask questions, and we can start to learn at least enough so that when we go out to a wine store or the supermarket or a restaurant, you know, we can make an informed decision.
Right. And we can pick something new and different that we know we're going to like, or that other people that we're buying wine for are going to like, and
Yeah.
just make it a little bit more enjoyable. That's what it should be.
It doesn't have to be a big deal.
It shouldn't be a big deal.
There should be
That's
no
the
wine
point.
shaming.
No, there should not be a big deal, but you should be able to get, what's my phrase? Maximum enjoyment out
Maximum
of wine.
enjoyment. Indeed. I could not agree with that more. Cheers.
We love wine and we like to talk about it, and we just want to talk about it with you.
So let's drink wine, let's talk about wine, let's attempt to learn something along the way.
Yes.
And increase,
Demystify it.
demystify, unravel the mysteries of the wine world. I think that's doable. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I read an article in the paper this week that the Space Research Agency in Georgia, you know,
Like the state of Georgia.
the ex-Soviet Republic of Georgia.
So say, what is Georgia doing looking at space?
Yeah, they make peaches. They don't. That's all they do. So anyway, so their Space Research Agency,
Of Georgia, the country.
yes,
Okay.
is researching the best grape to grow on Mars. So ever since Elon Musk announced a couple years ago that he plans to have, you know, manned space flight to Mars and people
Right.
colonizing Mars, you know, within 5 years or whatever claim it was, now everybody's on it.
Yeah. And
And
so
somebody-
the big concern is like, well, what are we going to drink up there?
Exactly. So, you know.
Those are my kind of people.
So the enterprising scientists at the Georgia Space Research Agency said, well, we need to identify the best grape to grow on. Not just, they're not talking about shipping wine to Mars. They actually want to grow the grapes on Mars and make the wine there.
So that's the first concern. That's the second concern. Getting there is the first
you need
concern.
you need to get there. Then you need to grow. Look, if you can grow potatoes, Brad Pitt did it.
Yeah.
Why not grapes? Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, they're putting a lot of effort and research into this. Wine's a big industry. Why not try and get ahead of the game?
Okay.
And find the right. So what they found out so far is they think that it's definitely going to be a white grape
Okay.
because white grapes tend to be more virus resistant.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the virus situation is on Mars, but
Could be deadly from the movies I've seen.
Oh. Also, they mentioned that the white grape skins are going to be more resistant to radiation.
Okay, that's good. You don't like radiated wine. I don't.
No, it seems like there's bigger problems though. I mean, if you're worried about the skins, you know, getting irradiated, then
What about our skin?
about the vine?
What about my skin?
Yeah, exactly. You know, so but you know they mean well. They have a good goal. So they actually have a good quote. I wrote it down here. Okay. From the Georgia Space Research Agency. He said, "Scientists need inspiration. And for inspiration, you need wine. Once you take wine to Mars, everyone will follow. This is an explorer. This is the next Magellan.
That's right.
I'm inspired. You know what? If they can make wine on Mars, why can't we make wine here on Earth? And by we, I mean us.
Us, you and me, can make wine.
It seems pretty easy. In fact. Okay, have you ever seen one of these? Do you know what this is? Of course you know what this is.
Yes, it makes oatmeal and stew. And
I think everyone in America owns one of these by this point.
they should. You should all own one of these.
Especially after Christmas. I think it was the number one gift.
Rightfully so. This thing is awesome.
Now, I got on the bandwagon early. I got this thing like 6 months ago. This is relevant to this program, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
It came to my attention that somebody discovered how to make wine in an Instant Pot. I don't know if discovered's the right word, but that some enterprising individual said to themselves, you know,
I've got an Instant Pot. It makes oatmeal.
It makes yogurt. Why can't I make wine in this thing?
Okay.
Because, you know.
That's like the same mindset of the monks those many millennia ago.
Yeah.
I've got grapes. I've got yeast. I want to make this into something good, right?
Right. I mean, they had a motivation, you know. The water was polluted and, you know, they had to ferment things in order to survive. We're going off on a tangent here. I think we should explain to our viewers exactly how this process works.
Okay. Can we do it?
Let's try it ourselves.
Yes.
Let's go to the table. So if you're going to make your own wine, the first thing you need to do is get some grape juice.
Well, isn't the first thing you're supposed to do like crush grapes?
Well, I don't have any grapes or any means to crush them, so I just bought some Welch's grape juice from the grocery store. I tried to find one that had as few, you know, additives or preservatives as possible. So
right.
this is like
you want to be true to the craft.
So the first thing I did is add some sugar to it. Because,
yeast food.
Yeah, exactly, for the yeast to eat, because there's not enough in the grapes itself. So add a little bit of sugar, like a cup, and then you know, you got to shake it up. Do you like my dance moves?
I always like your dance moves.
Yeah, I know, I'm a good dancer. So, you know,
so you really have to shake it, obviously.
Get that going. The next thing is add in the yeast. So I got some little packets of red wine yeast off of Amazon.
Oh, wow.
And I dumped that in. I'm using a little sill pad here just so it doesn't spill all over the place.
So red wine yeast is different from like baker's yeast?
Well, the recipe specifically said do not use bread yeast in big capital letters. I'm not sure why that is, but so anyway, the Instant Pot has a yogurt setting, which I've never used, but apparently the yogurt setting keeps the temperature very low, like at 80 degrees or so Fahrenheit, and which is perfect for getting the yeast started. So I poured it in there, and I turned that on, and you got to let it set for like 48 hours.
Okay.
Okay, at 80 degrees. So after 48 hours...
That's it? 48 hours to have wine?
No.
Okay.
That just gets the process started.
Okay.
So now I've got this stuff, and I'm going to pour it back into the original bottle here. But yeah, it takes 48 hours, and the other trick is that you have to open and close the little vent on the top of the Instant Pot every 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
So I'd get up in the middle of the night, and I didn't realize.
It's tough being a winemaker.
Yeah, any good producer should always taste the product, you know, at different steps along the way.
That looks delicious.
And make sure it's good.
So far so good?
Yeah, I think it was coming along nicely at that point. So I got a little special tool called an aerator, and you stick it in the top of the bottle there, and you can see kind of the carbon dioxide that comes out, pushes the water through, and pops air bubbles out of that thing.
Oh,
and it's great because it lets out the carbon dioxide from the yeast, but doesn't let any bacteria or anything else in.
Okay, so that your homemade Instant Pot wine wouldn't kill you.
That's correct. And so now this is the filtration process, which I kind of glossed over earlier, but run it through a coffee filter. And, you know, at that point, technically you have wine.
So that has alcohol in it?
Oh, yeah. Let's put this aside. All right. Let's put these aside. And let's bring out
okay.
the glassware. We'll do a little tasting. It's pretty ambitious to do a side-by-side wine tasting on our very first show.
It is.
But, you know.
But we're starting at this is barely wine, so this is walk before you run start type stuff, right?
That is correct. So this beautiful purple bottle contains our Instant Pot wine.
Purple drink.
This is a wine that I found the cheapest wine I possibly could at the grocery store.
Okay.
$2.89 this wine costs. So we are going to put our Instant Pot wine up against the $2.89
Winking
commercial.
owl.
The Winking Owl.
Okay.
We'll start with the Winking Owl.
Okay.
Okay, look at that. So this is, it's a very dark.
That's enough.
That's enough. Okay. It's a very dark purple
It is,
color,
it is.
right?
What is the grape for this?
This is Cabernet Sauvignon. Should we pour the other one next to it? Get a
Okay.
little side by side. All right, and here comes our instant pot.
my.
Oh, look at that color. Now I have not tasted this, or I have not even seen it poured out of the bottle. So this is pure science.
My, that is.
It's striking, don't you think?
Huh. Isn't that even lighter than the grape juice that went into it?
Looks like a grape knee high.
Wow, this is purple drink. I'm very nervous about both of these.
I think we should start with the
Traditional.
the grocery store wine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Cheers. All right. Let's give it a go. A little sniff. Ooh, it's
Fruity.
very fruity.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's sweet.
Cloying.
It's like being punched in the face. It sticks to your teeth.
And the aftertaste is like if you were eating like a manila folder.
That is the best tasting note that I have ever heard. It's got a little manila folder. Okay, well, let's put these aside and move on to the juice of the hour here. So this is our Instant Pot wine. This is actually made from Concord grapes.
Okay.
A little sniff.
Ooh, okay, it still smells like grape juice.
Okay.
It doesn't
so
smell any different from grape juice to me.
Locker room. Sock drawer.
Well, that's what grape juice smells like anyway.
All right, let's stop messing around. Time for a drink.
All right.
Let's go do. Oh, a little cheers. All right, there we go.
Oh wow, that has a kick.
That's got a lot of alcohol in it.
Wow.
The yeast did its job.
Wow, that's like bum wine.
That's gutter wine.
Wow.
That's like lying in the gutter on a summer night wine.
But it's not unpleasant.
It's not horrible.
Actually, it's strong. It's very strong. But it's not, it doesn't taste terrible. Oh my God. What do you think the alcohol content of this is?
But when you look at it, you kind of expect it to be sweet, right?
Yeah, it's not sweet.
It's not very sweet.
It's not sweet at all.
I think the yeast ate every little bit of
There's
sugar.
not a bit of sugar in here. It is pure alcohol.
All right, so we made moonshine. That's what you're saying.
Wow. I don't hate that.
It's growing on me, to be honest with you. It's growing on me. I don't know about you, but I like it better than the
I actually like it
grape
better
bomb.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what this means?
What?
We're winemakers.
Oh, yes.
We are now qualified to do a wine show. Congratulations. I feel so much better now. I
Wow.
felt kind of nervous before, but
No.
now I'm ready to roll.
Can we be pretentious?
Eventually. Eventually.
If you make your own wine, let us know. I would love to know what you think. I am not hating it. I'm not
No,
hating it.
this is not bad. I would drink this. Let's wrap this up.
Okay.
We've done all the damage we're going to do today. First episode, we made our own wine.
Yes.
What more can you ask for? We're ready. All we need is for you guys to get your questions, your comments in there. This is a show by us for you.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're going to have a good time. This is going to be fun.
Yes.
Cheers. See you next time. Oh my God.